Hello, everyone, and welcome to Voices of the Void, a game in which we're stationed at this, station, and our job is to listen out into the cosmos for signals from outer space. And there is so much potential for intrigue and horror in this. Because what is so much of horror? It's fear of the unknown, not knowing what's out there and our place in reality. And how do you convey that horror except by impressions? Not necessarily direct confirmation, but just giving you an inkling, the idea that something's there, in whatever form that may manifest. Now, this is probably the most requested single game on the channel, and to be honest, I actually did attempt to record a session a couple months back. However, I was going through the tutorial, it was a little bit janky, and I got to a certain part where it wanted me to start solving math problems as one of the, mechanics, and I was like, alright, screw this. However, some of you have been telling me to just, jump in and play it, not even doing the tutorial, and some of you actually said, when I discussed this on the Discord, that you don't really need that. So I'm going to give it another shot regardless. Now, we'll start game. Also, that was a really awesome soundtrack to start off with. And hang on, it's restarting. I'm trying to think where I've heard this before, because it sounds very familiar. One moment. Oh, is that a rendition of Queen Mary's funeral? I mean, I know it as the theme from A Clockwork Orange. But alright, we've already spent way too much time on this menu. Let's go. Yeah, this is a very Portal-style tutorial. I'm not going to show you this. I'm just going to do it for my own benefit, and I'll start you with the game itself. Ooh. We're beginning outdoors. Now, I just played a little bit of the way through the tutorial, and honestly, I think something bugged out and I couldn't finish it, but basically, I spent literally about 40 minutes just, recovering signals and downloading data. And something I really hope isn't going to be a big part of this is how, when I was doing each step of that process, I literally just had to sit there waiting for a progress bar to fill for, 5 to 10 minutes at a time. It was so annoying. So I hope this game has a little more to offer than that. Now, what is this? We can put these things in our inventory. Now, what's out there? And look, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on YouTube. It is so dark, but out there, we can just barely see the silhouette of the towers. The red glow on the end of their antenna. I guess this is as far as we're able to drive. I did not expect to begin this game with a walk through a darkened forest in the middle of the night. Let's get a move on, shall we? Oh, this is true darkness. This isn't video game darkness where everything's just kind of blue-tinged. We really are just making our way to each of these lit beacons as we go. Gate. Okay. I wonder to what extent we'll be asked to make our way out here. Now, when I created the save, I noticed that it said day 1. So I guess this takes place over multiple days, which makes sense. But are we gonna have to make this walk each time? Can we not get a golf cart or something? I'm all for a slow burn, but I really, really hope that there's not going to be periods where I'm literally just sitting here on my phone waiting for something to happen. Which I understand is probably what the actual job was like, but come on, this is a game. Base is that way, whiskey that way. I can't say I'm not intrigued. Finding all these stone markers, but I don't see where this goes from here. Is there something off in the forest? I don't want to venture too far in. It is so dark and I'm never going to be able to find my way back with just the flashlight, which, now that I remember, does actually have a depleting battery. Did I... No, now what is this thing? It's not even telling me what it is. It looks like a bag of some sort, but it doesn't appear to have an item name. The music is cut out, and now I'm very aware of the sound of my footsteps on the gravel. Yes, I think we're getting close to one of the towers. Every time one of these trees appears at the edge of my light, I think it's like a person fading into view. It's got just that right coloration. But up here, I think, is where we need to be. Yes. Oh, look at that big metal hulk in the dark. I will say also that the... Oh no, according to this isn't actually the base. We were just... Alright. Now I will say that the tutorial itself was also not very good at communicating information. Like, it's all just kind of an info dump all at once that you can't go back and reference, delivered to you in a droning text-to-speech voice. Alright, up ahead. I hope it's not too much farther, because we only have 30% battery left. Whole lot of different locations we can visit. Oh, I see. When it said whiskey, it was talking about one of the towers, each named after a different letter. This better be it. Looks like standards here are a little bit on the lax side. That was actually... Look, I hated the Scooby-Doo alien encounter movie. However, the one thing I did like about it was it showed just how bored these station workers actually are. And I guess we're going to be getting a little bit of that here. Ah, sweet light. Hopefully there will be some storage here so that we can actually replenish our stock of flashlight batteries. Why? Why are these here? What purpose could they possibly serve in this context? You guys stay where you are. Man, we are a bunch of pigs. Even... This is honestly no excuse, given how bored we are. I mean, if you're going to be bored, you might as well put some of that time into cleaning up, right? Wait. Can we hide in here? We can! We can. Never a good sign. Have we already seen something that maybe the rest of the public doesn't know about? Is that what they looked like, as opposed to the classic image? Oh, and there is actually a clock constantly going. So this might end actually at a specific time, rather than when certain objectives are met. Okay. I gotta get my head into this. I mean, I just spent 40 minutes bored out of my head. And this is a lot nicer than the setup from the tutorial. Can I sit in the chair? Dr. Bao. Hello, I'm Dr. Bao. I'll be responsible for your daily tasks. In short, I'll ask you to do a quick task at the start of every day. First, I will request a specific amount of drives. These can range from level 0 to level 3. I understand your situation, however, and will not request a drive you can't obtain. The second task I will ask you is a simple satellite checkup. Go to the satellite, type in SV hash into the server, and write down the server and number in a note. For example, Walter7258. Once you've done that, attach it to the lid of the drive box and send it off with the drone. I've left a little notebook on the table you can tear some pages out of for the notes. As usual, you'll get a nice point bonus if you complete these for me. Have a nice day or night wherever you are. Dr. Bao. Okay. Oh, so there is actually reason to move about out there during the night. That's actually pretty neat. And Professor Leah. Welcome to your new job, Dr. Kell. My name is Leah, your main supervisor. You probably got through the learning period, but I'll remind you what your job is and what to do. In short, your job is basically scanning the sky for anomalous signals. That is your main task. Another task is to process the data of these signals and send us the data stored on analog drives. You'll get a reward for each drive. And if you process the signal on further levels, you'll get more points. Next task is to look after these big satellite dishes, its servers, and calibration. You can recalibrate satellites remotely through the console panel, but if the satellite server shuts down, you have to manually fix it. The server is inside the satellites. Alright, I think that's it. The nuclear reactor is not implemented yet, so you don't need to worry about that breaking the fourth wall, are we? Gather the signals, process them, sell results to us, look after the satellites. That's it. Good luck. Professor Leah. Oh, and we can actually purchase upgrades. That's great. So we probably don't have to wait as long as I had to in the tutorial. Alright, there's a lot for me to learn here, but I think doing it through gameplay is going to be a lot better for me than doing it through the tutorial. Because I'll be able to learn by doing, which is how I learn things, not through info dumps. Ooh, we have a garage with like a quad bike and everything. This is way more featured than I was expecting. And they said something about a drone. Alright, I think I've just kind of fallen too far behind for this to really work. So I'm just going ahead and starting a new save. Hello? Why is this not working? Is that maybe... Oh, it's an exterior light. Okay, well, we don't need that. I only care about the light in here. And now that I've learned a little bit more, I think I'm more equipped to tackle this from the beginning. Yeah, so I'm not sure how much of the previous attempt I'm going to cut, but I really do just adore the idea of being isolated out here in this base, listening for signals that may not ever come and that it's up to us to interpret. This game has such a vibe. Having the run of the place is honestly... It's something I didn't expect, but it's something that, in my opinion, makes the entire game. Now let's open up this laptop, read our emails, just so that we can canonically say that we looked at them, and get to work. So first things first, I'm going to want to start looking for a signal. So let's look for something and get our thing moving. There we are, found a signal quite quickly. And let's ping it and have the tower rotate towards it. Invalid object? What do you mean, invalid object? It was a signal. Okay, I guess we start heading towards some of the other ones then. There it is. Okay, let's get it as close to centered as possible, and ping. Come on, that's 2 in a row. Still one more down here, I guess. According to this, it should be right about here. Yep, there we go. You're the last one, so you've got to be it. I don't know what else you want me to do. Alright, well if we can't do that, then let's try pinging the towers. Alright, everything looks good so far. Alright, finally we got one. I googled that error, and it seems like it's like literally RNG, which is so annoying. Alright, so successful ping, that means you're going to start to grab something in a second once the tower physically rotates, I believe. I think it's actually out there doing it right now. Once that starts, we'll be able to start getting something. Okay, so we've got that downloading. This is going to be... I'm definitely not doing a series on this, because this is going to be an absolute nightmare to edit. Probably going to get, like, 5 seconds of content for every 15 minutes of actual record time. Let's do we have to see an SB ping again in order to get updated info on these things? I'm not sure. Well, yeah, there we go. We lost Romeo. Alright, so we're going to SB target Romeo while this is downloading. This time we're going to have to go out there in the dark. Oh, this is going to suck. Better eat a floor cheeseburger. Oh, this place is creepy. Does it have a light? Yes, it does. Never get used to you guys. Oh, please tell me this thing has headlights. It does not. Oh no, there we go. Coming up here. Now let's see what's wrong with you. Oh, the sound design in this is really special. Never mind the wind coming through my window right now. But just hearing the echo of metal throughout this open expanse of a forest, we are really the only ones out here. Alright, are you not Foxtrot? You're November. My thing is pointing me here. Alright, well, we might as well still do the thing, though. SV hash, and that gives us that hash code. Okay, now we can take this out, right? And thankfully it still lets us, no, come on. Alright, there we go. Who knew inventory could be so awkward? But we still have to find Foxtrot, which I believe will probably be that one over there, unless there's a different one. Alright, the turn of my compass suggests that you are Foxtrot. You're still moving an alarming amount despite having the brakes on. I'm just gonna set you down on the concrete, if you don't mind. Also, the sounds coming out of this thing are quite familiar, I must say. Now, let's get up here and see what you've got. I know sprinting makes your stamina go down, I mean your hunger. Alright, now what's wrong with you? Okay, so 8 minus 6 is 2, 5 minus 7 is negative 2, 5 plus 1 is 6, counting with Chris. 1 plus 8 is 9, by the way, my name's Chris. 4 minus 5 is negative 1. I honestly don't know how many people know that. 0, 7 plus 1 is 8, 6 minus 7, negative 1. Okay, and you're fixed. Okay, so that's you done. It's honestly incredible how this is having both the spookiness and serenity of the nature. The spookiness largely coming from the nature of the job, but also the location we're taking place in. What is that, some kind of pipeline? This game is really cool in a lot of ways. I feel like I'm struggling with the mechanics, definitely. I do feel like maybe there's a little bit too much going on. It certainly feels like it when it explains it all to you. But I think the idea is definitely here. Now out here, I've completely lost my sense of direction. But maybe if we can get up on this hill, we'll be able to see a little bit more of what we're doing. Actually, oh wow, look at all that. I'm not gonna bother taking down any more of these codes for right now. Right now, all I care about is getting back and checking on that signal. I like how these roads are actually kind of overgrown, which they most certainly would be. An entire tree jutting out, maybe that's a bit of a stretch. And we're back. Now, how do we go about doing this? What are you at? You still have a good read, and it's 100% downloaded. Now I have to figure out how to actually do that. Okay, we found another signal. How do you put them on here? And the worst part is I'm Googling this. I can't find any information on it. The tutorial doesn't tell you. Okay, so right there, is that it? Is that what we had before? I think so. Okay, so we had to use this thing as a scroll wheel, and even though it wasn't physically moving, we just had to rotate until it reached the 0 point. Okay, now we can start uploading there and processing you, but we can't because it's not upgraded at all. We can't process it ourselves until it's upgraded. But we can start working on you. See if anybody else is down. Okay, so Oscar is down. We'll have to get out there and fix that. I believe that's another upgrade we can get, is reliability of these things. Might as well head over there while we're at it. Right after I eat some food. Well, I guess before we leave, we can just put you in the box, right? Along with the free one that we got when we got here. And wait for you to finish downloading. I find it's good to move past it a little bit so that if the compass turns, we know that this is indeed the one we're looking for. Yes, there we are. And let's get going. I feel like this is the kind of job I would probably really like in real life. I feel like it's more engaging than being a lighthouse keeper while still having that solitude. And you get to listen out for creepy stuff that'll get you in the news, probably something named after you. Well, that's if you ever find anything. Okay, so -0, 7, 10, -4, 6, -3, -1, 4, -2. There we are, and Oscar is back up. And we'll do our SV hash. Oops. I will say, I am pretty curious about what looks to be a bunker over on the right there. Let's get this thing turned around and see how our signal download is going. Ah, it's at 100%, which means we can go grab a drive, which there's a bunch of them over here. Yeah, I'm starting to get the hang of this. Bring it back over to here, which we can then save and extract. And as before, we're not actually going to be able to do anything with this, unlike the tutorial, but we can put it in the box for drone collection. Now look, we've got 3 of these things in here. I think it's about time we start seeing how all this works, right? So now we can place that there, and what did our thing tell us to do with regards to the information? Okay, so all we have to do is remove these dashes, and probably one of the spaces. Satellite name, hash code. I don't know if we have to do them all, or if we just get a bonus for the ones we have, or if each of these has to be its own thing. I mean, look, according to this, we can write them down like that, right? Okay, so let's try that. Let's try bringing this over to the box. And, whoops, I'm stuck in the chair. Let's try bringing this over to the box, putting it on top, right? And then we can bring this to be taken by the drone, right? I'm not quite sure how we call it. I love how we're using a pallet as the landing pad. And when does the drone arrive? Let's see this note for answers. Put the box with tribes on the spot so the drone can come pick it up. Okay. Alright, finally. God. This is definitely the first thing we're upgrading, is the time between pings. So I've just realized, when I just stand still, I'm like rotating to the left. Why is that? When I face this way, there's a little bit of a jitter, like my guy wants to do it. No, now I'm rotating to the right. That's bizarre and probably corresponds to some kind of mechanic that I'm not really aware of. I can open this. Oh, we can call the drone from here. And that will tell us how long until the drone actually arrives. Now, this next signal, I've gotten so focused on the job at this point, which is probably part of the game's intention, that I've forgotten to even listen to some of these signals that we're intercepting. So I'm not sure if I can pull the ones out of here, and I'm not going to try it now that the drone is on its way. Also, what happened to the note that I had put on the lid? Did I accidentally take that off or something? Or was it received? That doesn't make any sense. Was that a bug? In any case, we're definitely going to want to watch the drone arrive, and we're going to want to listen to this one when we get it. But that's going to be a little while, and we do have to sleep very soon. Actually, it's so slow that... I'll wait for the drone, but it's so slow, it makes me think that maybe some of the towers are down again. But I won't be able to fix them until I've slept. Oh, here it comes. This would probably be the highlight of the job a lot of the time. See, I was thinking that this must take place in like the 80s or 90s, but then here comes this thing. Yep. Which really kind of makes me wonder, or not wonder, it actually is just something I really like about this game, which is this gives the impression of something that may have been very well funded at one point in time, but now is something that's just kind of been forgotten. That may be important, but that a lot of people just don't really think about or value anymore. Alright, let's ping these towers and see what's working and what isn't. Okay, Bravo's down. Now, do I have any credits? Doesn't look like I do have any credit. Or is that my total order? How do I even see how much I have? Is that the number in the top left? Do I only get that once it's... Ah, there we go, and we received 15. Not a whole lot, probably 5 per. And there's new... Okay, not enough data. These are okay, but our systems can't recognize anything. Try to find something more interesting than that. Okay, well, I'm trying here. It's not letting me process them until I get some stuff. And we get 15 points to our balance. Now, I'm not sure if we got anything for the information that we sent regarding the towers themselves. I'm guessing not. Okay, I'm going to upgrade cooldown time just to enable us to better search the stars. Here we go. It's starting to come through. Oh, that is so spooky. Just having that huge bay window. The horizon slowly disappearing as the sun goes down. It's a pretty and somewhat creepy sight now, but eventually it's just going to be us all alone in this facility with a big wall of black staring out where anything can see back in. Of course, there are other things that can probably see us just because of the signals that we're sending out. I guess now would probably be a good time to sleep, huh? We're a long way off from being able to afford that coffee machine. It was a very slow start. I imagine I'll have edited this down a lot, but I'm starting to like this. I'm starting to get into it. Now, unfortunately, and I don't like the fact that there's no blinds over these things. Fortunately, I'm gonna have to pick you up and move you. Come on. Get over there. This game, it's got a vibe for certain. And the right imagery for it. If this thing really wanted to throw a curveball, this would end up being a Bigfoot game. Whoa. That was kind of sick. Did I just miss something I was supposed to do something with? Alright, well, let's wake up. It's now 1:16 a.m. And let's see how that signal location is doing. We're also going to have to re-ping the satellites so that we can see what we've got. This is just about done, but we've gone off course by a bit. So let's go to here and see what we can do. We need to go in the opposite direction. Just a slight course correction should be all we need. Is that the drone? Hang on, you wait there, wait there, wait there, wait there, wait there. What are you doing? Are you sending a care package? Oh, this is unexpected. A visitor in the night. I know I said 2 seconds ago that I'm starting to like this game, but I'm starting to really like this game. Oh, we got some food. Yes. Yes, let's take all of it. Awesome. Now the question is, how do we dispose of this crate? Maybe the drone will come take it? But we got a new drive and some food. Excellent. Now, let's figure out the rest of what's out here. Oops. No need to do the rest. It seems we have our 100% data. So if we just use the drive that we just received, we can grab that, place it in here, and let's save it and upload/extract data. Now we could get more. We're going to need about 6 of these things in order to do this effectively. Alright, we got one. While this is going, we're gonna have to shut up, Wind. We're gonna have to head out and start fixing some of these towers. I suspect even more will be down by now. Let's just keep you at the foot right here. Daily task. Okay, so there is a daily task for today. 2 signals of level 0 for which we will receive a reward of 26. Oh, and check the satellites to make a report on Mike's and X-Ray, 25 points for each server. Alright, that'll be a little bit easier. Let's ping this and head out. I have a feeling we're going to want to go to a bunch of them. So that's Bravo, as well as the ones on the package list. Papa is down as well. You know, I've kind of forgotten that we can sometimes fix them remotely. So, SD, Cal, Bravo. No. Alright, so Bravo is to our immediate northwest. So I think we'll head there first. So we're going to... How are we doing on fuel, actually? Enough to do this. But we should come back and refuel at some point. It's always so creepy when you arrive in the dark and slowly you just see the hulking structure come into view. Alright, now I really hate having to leave these things down here where they're so hard to get out. But I have a feeling we have to. I also do still have the food that was delivered to us on me so that I'll actually be able to do this. My character won't complain that he's too hungry to fix a server. Now, what have we got? Yes, so let's put this down. And nom 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 nom. It's a good amount of food. Now, okay, 2 minus 8 is negative 6. 5 minus 1, 4. 7 minus 3, 4. 4 plus 0, 4. Wow. 2 plus 6, 10. Right? Oh, right here. 1 plus 9, 10. 8 plus 8, 16, and 4 plus 2, 6. What did I get wrong in there? 6 minus 6 is 0. 1 plus 3, 4. 1 plus 9, 10. 8 minus 9, negative 1. 3 plus 4, 7. 3 plus 9, 12. 9 plus 7, 16. 0 minus 6, negative 6. Okay, thank you. I'm not sure what I got wrong before, but... Bravo is back up. Now from here, SV, target, Papa. Because you are down. Alright. Back the other way. It's when you come out without your flashlight on that you realize just how dark it is. Luckily the sun is rising up to meet us. I really wish we had a map on us. Please be Papa. Yes, it looks like you are. We are at 34% fuel, which is enough, but definitely don't want to get stuck out here. I have no idea what the contingency is if we lose this thing. Maybe we can order another one for nothing but the price of 600 signals. Alright, let's go up here. I've yet to have one actually be repairable remotely. Alright. Fix you. 8 minus 2 is 6. 9 minus 5 is 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. I'm the smartest. And that should be all our towers back online. Don't try to stop me from leaving, ghosts. I have a job to do. Now comes the downhill portion of our journey, which will save fuel for sure, but is quite a bit more dangerous. Now I'm probably passing by some of the ones I need to visit right now, but I really don't want to take any chances. Alright, let's fuel her up and get her ready to come back out. How do I do that? Now, Mike is right here, but X-Ray is quite a ways away, so that's going to be a hike. I think what we do is we set this up first, get it fully downloaded, which it is, and then we'll download that, and have it on a new one before we leave, since this is going to take a while. We also have to make sure we listen to it this time. Wait, let's put that back in. Garbled noise, but makes you wonder just what was it coming from. Yep. Okay, we've got another one. And I am going to... I'm going to have to sleep just a little bit before I get out there again, I think. I'll turn like that. You're literally too tired to do this? Come on. Day's gonna be gone at this rate. Alright, I've just gone up to 31. That should give us enough time. Now let's get back there and start this. Okay, so you're going, which means that now I have to. My sleep is already going down so much. Alright, we've already targeted... targeted X-ray, right? No, we haven't. Okay, SB, target, we'll do Mike first. SB target Mike. Oh, I guess it did fuel it up. I didn't even see the number on the thing decrease, but here we are. Alright, well, Mike, you're up through here. Should be fairly close. I think it must be either you or something directly to the right of you. Nope, it's you. Alright, so we're gonna park right on over here. Absolutely pathetic brakes. Okay, here's a problem. Here's a problem. I can't access that sheet of paper anymore because it fell on the console. Aw, jank, jank, come on. Well, we can see this from other locations, though, so I'm just gonna go SV, target, X-ray. Hello, what is this? That is human remains. Day 14. Is this thing infinite? I don't know. It keeps going down and down and down, and we have no rope already. At least these yellow metal walls have ridges on them, so we don't have to climb on dry concrete walls. We don't give up. We're going down for answers, like some kind of research expedition or something? I don't have time. Is that even more remains? Okay. I feel like I should maybe report this. Put him in the box for the drone? I really hope you're X-ray. And the compass says you are. Okay, so let's get off. Oops, I don't want to be sprinting right now. But we should have made it. This is really the only, like, pressing urgent thing. We have definitely earned ourselves a nice long sleep throughout the rest of the day. We already have the other signals that we need in order to get that bonus. Should be worth quite a bit more. SB hash. And we have you, which we should be able to read from back home, which is where we need to go. Actually, if we scroll up, can we scroll up? We can. Can I target myself? I can't. Where do you think you are going? Now, if we come down here, there's a bridge, and if we follow that road, it'll probably take us back to where we need to be. You know, you really don't realize coming in here at night just how huge this place really is. How it's really a good thing I didn't spend a lot of time trying to wander off to find whiskey. I mean, honestly, this is kind of like if Firewatch were actually to scale. Not all that dissimilar to a Firewatch game, really. I mean, shouldn't I report these human remains that I found? I feel like I probably should. How is this going? Only 11.8%. Oh, the frequency went pretty far off. Okay, so now that's downloading again. We're definitely going to want to sleep a little bit more. Now, our task for today only demands 2 of the things. Let's rip another from you. Okay, so that should be you guys done. Assuming that is the correct format. So if I take you guys and put you right here... What will the drone do? Like, is it supposed to come take the crate or what? Hello? Why can't I call you? Is it because there's 2 things there? I can't move this thing. Unless maybe I can push it out of the way? Hardly. Alright, let's take this and put it on top just so that it's there. Yeah, I don't really understand why this isn't working. But I'm hoping that by the time this thing fills up, I'll be able to get, like, actual data off of it, because I'll have upgraded my tools for doing so. But I really need to sleep, and I really need to eat. Oh, more cheeseburger. Push this thing over. Thank you. Okay, we destroyed it completely. Well, that was an inelegant solution. Now, you still have that attached. Okay, we put you here. Drone, come on. I'm not sure what I was supposed to do about that, but... I mean, I did something. The thing has disappeared. When I called the drone, the note disappeared. The one that I just got is the thing with the instructions for how to call it, right? Yeah. And the other thing is... Oh, right, I'm carrying human remains. What?! Was that... Okay! Little out of left field after, what, 3 hours, maybe 4 of playing? Was that a cheeseburger? Is this cheeseburger hallucinations? I'm climbing something. I can hardly see. All I can do is go towards the light. More burger. Not what I thought I'd be doing right now. No, 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 no. I just fell. I just fell! So we're just gonna move on without acknowledging that. Note to self, don't eat toilet cheeseburgers. I probably could have told myself that, but here we are. That was quite a fall. The sound effect to accompany that was devastating. Probably have a huge gash on the side of my head from the sound of it. Alright, come take my stuff. I could really use the upgrade. And away you go. Any moment now, I should receive my points. And hopefully I'll be good, but I definitely need to go to bed for the night. Now as for you, you're just about there, aren't you? And I definitely don't want to go to bed without scanning your data. Just waiting on one for the next thing. There we are. Now let's go over and get a drive, which I really should be preloading these things. Bring it over here, and... Oh, but we've just received a whole ton of points. Hang on. Package received. Drive package has been successfully delivered, 10 points. These are okay, our systems can't recognize anything. But we did complete the task. And I guess that's... Okay, so I guess it did count the format on the station checks. Alright, cool, I'm getting the hang of this. Which means we can now upgrade our systems. Now, I'm not sure what to spring for right away, but the first thing, obviously, is going to be our computer level. 1 is good, 2 is better, but there's probably other things I'm going to need before then, and other stuff from the store. I'm definitely going to do another part on this. This is really exciting. I don't know if I'm going to make it a regular series, like Outer Wilds, but I think I will pop in every once in a while with more of this, just because it does take so long to record. I don't know if I've ever played a game where my opinion on it turned around so much the more I learned. Alright, so you go in there. Let's... Oh, wait, no, what am I doing? I need to load you onto you. I should be going to bed, but this is too exciting. Go like that, and start the process of learning more about you. And that's going to take all night, so let's go to sleep. Actually, wait. Oof. I'm going to pick you up just because I can never remember, seemingly, if you're exactly where I left you. So you guys just stay there. Honestly, why am I keeping those in my room? We should probably get started on another signal for most efficiency before we do all this. Ah, and there's another one right here, as luck would have it. And we've got a successful ping right away. That's great. You know, I have to say, looking at all of this, even though it is a 3D game, in the depth of the gameplay and the visuals that it puts across, this actually reminds me of like 90s DOS games, and more specifically, the original XCOM. It's actually got a very similar feel, doesn't it? That's kind of weird, but cool. Okay. Okay, that's a good start. This is now done, which means, what happens if we go to listen to it now? Oh, and we've cleaned it up a bit more. I see. We definitely want to get these computers upgraded as soon as possible. I don't feel like there's any need for them to be insulting me over the quality of these things when I'm apparently responsible for funding this project. But I suppose results do get funding. In the meantime, I think we're probably going to send this one out in a package. So let's get another one of these ready to go. Hopefully our drone buddy stops by at some point with more food, because I am starving. I could order more now, though. And let's get you into there, and we'll hopefully get a little bit more reward money for you. And that download is going swimmingly. But let's get into bed and get some more sleep points. Hello? Another dream. Hi. Hi! Hi! Run. No! No! Ow! I awoke with a start and lost a whole bunch of sleep points. Come on. I really don't have time for this. This is starting to become a real problem. And I have no food. I'm starving up in here. Maybe I should order some more. Let's go to the store and order a couple of... Oh, these MREs are so much. I guess I'll get that. I don't want to do this, but I guess I have to. Oh, and here comes the drone. Hopefully to drop off more stuff for me. There you are. What have you got? We've got you and you, another drive, and another MRE, which we're gonna have to eat all of right now. Well, that's enough for a while, at least. How are you doing? You're done. Excellent. Let's use the drive we just received. Ooh, there's a big boy. Nope. Actually, I should probably check. It's been a while since I've checked if any of these things are online. Hang on. Oh. Yeah, Kilo's down. Drone's coming back. Kilo and Yankee. Oh, a whole bunch of them are down. Kilo, Yankee, Uniform, and Whiskey are all down. But I'm so tired. Drone, what are you doing? More food. Oh, that's the food I ordered. Okay. Okay, we're not doing jack with this until we fix those towers, but that'll have to be next time. Yeah, so this is Voices of the Void, and so interested in doing more. It's so cool how the isolation is such a big part of it. The intrigue every once in a while, but in the meantime, so much still to do. The server's got to be fixed as well, but I'm too tired, just like with everything. The only problem is, I feel like the balancing act might be a little bit much. I mean, I'm sure there's ways I could make my setup more efficient, but man, I really feel like I'm in a death spiral here with tiredness. But yeah, it's that intrigue, knowing that you want to learn more about what you're doing, but the discoveries are so few and far between. In the meantime, there's all the maintenance work that has to be done about the place. But there's constant, there's constant progression. There's reasons to keep going. There's always big goals and little goals, which I think is really important in keeping a game interesting. And in the meantime, there's all these creepy little things all around us. The dark of the woods outside. We did find those human remains out there. And probably more, such as the weird creatures that keep visiting us in our dreams. Are they just dreams? I don't know, but apparently they like cheeseburgers. And apparently so do I in a big way. But if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.